It's the Dublin Special Master.
Live and direct.
Breakfast with CubCamTV.
Trickstar Radio.
Good morning, my friends. We are back inside the building. How are we feeling? 4 minutes past 7 here, Trickstar Radio. I hope everyone's having a great start to their morning. We are up nice and early, bringing you the freshest flavours from around the UK and worldwide. And today, we have got a very special show on the way for you. First of all, welcome back to the show. Yesterday was the launch day of our brand new studio space, and I'm full of energy. I can't lie to you. I was running off about 3 hours sleep yesterday. You know when you go back to work and you have to start getting up early again, or you go back to school after the summer holidays, your sleeping pattern is all over the place. That was me yesterday, but we soldiered on and we got it done, and I'm very excited. I'm full of energy today. I'm fully reinvigorated, and we have got a bit of a special one on the way. So, over the last kind of couple of years, I've been falling in love with different styles of international music, and one of the ones, the sort of areas that I have been absolutely enamored with has been Afrobeats and AMAPIANO sort of sounds on an international level. These are two genres that for me have been I don't know, they've been so explosive in the way they've sounded, and they've also been taking over the globe at the same time. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We have got a 3-hour special. 3 hours, a full 3 hours. Are you mad? Of the best dancehall flavour, the best Afrobeats flavour, and of course the best AMAPIANO flavour as well, which I'm absolutely buzzing for. We're going to be running all the way through from 7 till 10 today, exploring those three sounds, which I cannot wait to get into. We opened up there with the sounds of a new one from Mr. Easy, alongside the wonderful sounds of Conscience, and of course DJ Neptune. What a way to kick things off that was. Alongside that though, we have got a few more bangers to get into. We're going to open up with one of my favourite releases of the year so far, coming to us off Boge's Gamanga Express album. This one, Boge alongside Molly and Melissa. It goes by the name In a Loop, a huge tune. This one, we've also got the sounds of some Back Row G alongside Olamide, and Molly's brand new single on the way as well, which goes by the name 9 to 5. So make sure you are sticking around, people. As I said, this is Breakfast with Kovu. We're going to be in the building from 7 till 10, as we are Monday to Friday. Today is a dancehall, Afrobeats and AMAPIANO special, so keep it locked and don't go anywhere. Oh yes.
Breakfast with CubCamTV.
Trickstar Radio.
7:15 here, Trickstar Radio. We're back inside the building. That one coming to us from Molly, 9 to 5, a wicked single from her. Definitely an artist we need to be keeping an eye on. She's wicked at what she does. Very exciting, kind of lively vocal style. And that's a great example of what she's doing. Alongside, obviously, the collaboration with Boge, which is actually where I heard her first, alongside Melissa. She's doing fantastic stuff, and that's what today is all about. Celebrating the artist that I've been basically obsessed with for the last kind of, the last couple of years, realistically. Now, this has been a really interesting journey for me, primarily through kind of YouTube. I've been discovering and exploring these sounds, but also through the breakfast show as well. We've been able to kind of bring an extra level of showcasing to that as well. We've had some fantastic kind of conversations with different artists from around the world, from Nigeria, from Zambia in particular. They're the two kind of big hubs we've been having people on the show from, and it's really kind of enriched what this show is all about, and I cannot wait to continue diving into more fresh flavour. Now, it was this guy's birthday yesterday, and I'm very excited to be playing this one this morning. The sounds of Benson. Recently changed his name from Buju to Benson, and this is a wicked example of why he is so popular. This is his latest single. It goes by the name 4 Days, and it's so kind of intoxicating. There's something so kind of refreshing about the way his vocals work on this one, and I cannot wait to jump into it. So that's what we're going to be doing next. Following on from that, we do have the sounds of Summer Rema, who is joined by Chris Brown of his new album Rave and Roses. That one goes by the name Time and Affection. Wicked link up, that one. And we've also got the sounds of some Circe on the way. Again, an artist that I am very interested in, but I don't know too much about. He's joined by Say Vibes, who is one of the most consistent releases so far this year on a track that goes by the name My Cross. So there we go, people. Just coming up to around 17 minutes past 7 here. We're live from the heart of Brighton this morning, taking it international for an Afrobeats, AMAPIANO and dancehall special. Keep it locked and don't go anywhere. We're in the building till 10, bringing you the freshest flavours all the way through. Oh yes. Sounds of Circe on that one, alongside Say Vibes, goes by the name My Cross. Beautiful flavours to kick us off this morning. Just coming up to around 26 minutes past 7 here. It's all about fresh musical flavour. That's what Breakfast with Kovu has always been about. Now, hopefully you are enjoying the vibes, enjoying the flavours. If you are, do let us know at KXVU, at Trickstar Radio on the socials. We've got a very enjoyable show on the way. We're going to be jumping into a couple of tunes next from an artist who has absolutely exploded over the last 6 months. He goes by the name Victony, and he's got one of the sweetest voices out there right now. This next one, for me, is one of the tracks of the year, without a shadow of a doubt. It goes by the name Jolene, alongside Zitzo. A huge tune, this one. A tune I've been absolutely loving since I first heard it on YouTube. And then following on from that, we're going to get into the sounds of Apollo. Both of these are off the same EP, and the EP absolutely slaps. We've also got some KXVU on the way with Paper, so do keep it locked and don't go anywhere. Let's go. Let's go then, people. 25 minutes to 8 here, Trickstar Radio. We're back inside the building, full of energy and flavour this morning. That one going by the name of Paper from the one and only KXVU. What an artist he is. He's just had a brand new album out there as well. Do go and check out the full thing if you haven't already. Now, today is all about exploration and exploring artists that we've both kind of showcased here on the show, and also artists we've come across via different online platforms as well. Today we're going to be getting into this one next then. Falana, a huge tune, this one that goes by the name Paper Planes. We were lucky enough to have Falana on the show last year, and I've been obsessed with this tune ever since. Big up Falana each and every time. We're also going to get into some new ones from the likes of Yemi Alade alongside Cranium. They've got a wicked new collaboration that goes by the name My Man. I'm seeing this one blow up all over the internet, and it's so cool to see. Alongside that as well, the sounds of Boj and Fireboy DML. Oh, Nikoko, another one off that wicked new Boj album. Keep it locked, people. Plenty more bangers on the way. Let's go. Let's go then, people. We are back inside the building, just coming up to around 14 minutes to 8 here. And as you can hear by the fanfare behind us, we are going to be jumping into one of the few sections we are keeping today alongside the DM Diver. This is, of course, Marvel Watch. Now, for those that are new to the show, if you're only just joining us, I'm obsessed with Marvel. I'm a massive Marvel fan, and obviously it's currently the most popular kind of movie franchise across the globe. So we try to cover it with a bit of news each and every day because there is enough news to do that. We're going to be talking about Thor Love and Thunder next. Obviously, we saw the trailer drop for this one a few weeks ago, and it did land to kind of mixed opinions. However, one thing I'm super excited about for this film is seeing Russell Crowe make his debut in the MCU. He's going to be playing the role of Zeus in Thor Love and Thunder. Now, what I love about this is the MCU is getting so kind of interwoven with, I suppose, mythology. We've recently had all of the kind of I want to say kind of Egyptian iconography in the Moon Knight series. A lot of that pantheon was involved. We've also, of course, seen the in the Eternals, we saw a lot of the kind of ancient kind of deities in there as well. And then, of course, in Thor Love and Thunder and Thor in general, we have been seeing the kind of Norse pantheon as well. So to now be introducing the Greek pantheon, which does have a very strong kind of role within Marvel, the likes of Ares, Zeus, Hercules, all of these are characters that do appear. It's a very interesting thing, and I genuinely couldn't think of anyone better to be playing Zeus that hasn't already played Zeus than Russell Crowe. I reckon he's going to make it such an enjoyable role, and I think he could be quite humorous in that role. I think it's going to tie in very nicely to Taika Waititi's kind of take on the Thor series. And obviously you've now got two very, very big actors from the same continent coming together in Russell Crowe and Chris Hemsworth. It's going to be very exciting to see these two come together. I'm so excited for this film. But yeah, it's very exciting to see Russell Crowe making his debut in the MCU. So there we go. Moving forward, though, we are going to get into this one. What a banger it is. One of my favourite releases so far this year. The sounds of Oxlade. It goes by the name Want You. Let's go. 4 minutes past 8 here. That one, the sounds of DJ Tunes, opening up the hour in style. Cool Me Down, featuring WizKid. What a rhythm that one is. Perfect summer flavour. And I tell you what, I have been enjoying the sunshine over the last few days. I'm normally someone that loves the cold, but you know what? I've been trying to get into the zone. I've been trying to get into a mood where I can kind of enjoy the sunshine a little bit more, and I've been able to do it. Massive shouts out to man like MJB, constantly taking pictures of me in the sun. But we're going to get into more fresh flavour this hour. The sounds of Great Adams on this next one. For me, one of the most underrated artists in the UK, without a shadow of a doubt. It goes by the name of Gra Gra. What a rhythm it is. We've also got the sounds of some more Burna Boy on the way. A track called Wonderful that I absolutely adore. We're also going to get into the sounds of some NSG as well, who are continuously putting out good music. I think NSG as a group are actually so underrated on the kind of global scale. When did they last miss? When did they last put a tune out there that didn't absolutely slap? I'm waiting for an answer. There is no answer. They are just that consistent that they're too good, basically. They are too good. And we're going to get into their one, Grandad. As I said before, this is a Breakfast with KXVU, Afrobeats and AMAPIANO special, so we're looking through the genres in a kind of wider range, looking at all the different elements that are involved, and it's very, very enjoyable to do here on a Tuesday morning. Hopefully you are enjoying us. Just coming up to around 5 minutes past 8, we're going to kickstart with this one, as I said before, Great Adams. It goes by the name of Gra Gra. Let's go. Yes then, people, we are back inside the building, just coming up to 8:15 here on Trickstar Radio. How are we feeling as we continue to explore the latest musical flavour? Right about now, we're jumping into today's edition of the DM Diver, coming to us from Brighton's own Glitch. Very excited to get into this one. He's out on international duty at the moment, but he did send this one over to me a couple of days ago, and I'm very excited to be running it this morning. As always with Aaron Glitch, the guy makes beautiful sounding music, always very kind of exuberant in the sound, very kind of spacey as well, and this is an example of just how good it can get. Big up Aaron Glitch each and every time. This one, it goes by the name No Romance. Really kind of cool approach on the lyricism side of this as well, and you know what? It's a serious vibe, and that is why it's today's highlight section. This is the DM Diver, and it's time for us to dive into those DMs and find you a banger this morning. Let's get into this one right about now.
Brand new! Hey yo, have you heard this new one, fam? Hey yo, fam, you heard this new thing? Hey yo, hey.
DM Diver. Let's take a DM dive.
What a way to really kickstart the day. The sounds of Salty Soul, that one, Susanna. What an absolute rhythm it is. 23 minutes past 8 here, Trickstar Radio. We're back inside the building. It is Tuesday, the 17th of May, and we are now into our second day of this brand new studio setting, and I'm celebrating that by exploring the best of Afrobeats and AMAPIANO this morning. It's been a great start to the day. Loads of you getting involved. Out to each and every one of you sending your messages in. We'll get to those a little bit later on. It's all about good flavour, good energy, and good vibes this morning, and we are going to get into this one next. The sounds of Star, who for me has been without a doubt one of the shining lights of this sound over the last 18 months or so. She's currently on tour in America, I think. She was in Vegas the other day. Just so busy with new releases, and she's also just featured on a wicked new release alongside the Maven All-Stars. But this one is one of her breakout tracks off 18 and Dangerous, her debut album project. It's alongside CK, and it goes by the name Beggy Beggy. Now, this one is a huge tune. If you haven't heard this one, I don't know where you've been. We did have the actual pleasure of speaking to Star last year, pretty much directly after this album came out, and it was so fun to kind of sit down and talk to her and really kind of feel that energy over the phone. You can check that interview out via the Trickstar Radio app, the Trickstar Radio SoundCloud, or, of course, via the Breakfast with KXVU podcast. That's available on Spotify and Apple Music. Alongside this as well, we are going to get into another banger from the likes of Jules and Hailey. It goes by the name Makosa, and we've also got some Stoneboy in the bag as well, alongside Alakai Harley. We're taking it around the globe this morning. There's nothing better, there's nothing more enjoyable, and there is nothing better than being able to do that here on The Breakfast Show. So do stick with us, as always, at KXVU, at Trickstar Radio on the socials. Get involved and let us know exactly how your mornings are going. Let's go. Doesn't get much better than that. The sounds of Stoneboy alongside Alakai Harley. Understand, we are keeping it very lively this morning. Just coming up to around 23 minutes to 9. Out to Duke Sky locked in. Yes, we are still doing the time thing where it goes backwards. But we move, and that's what we're going to be doing next, because I need to talk about this tune that is coming up. The sounds of the one and only Eni, who joins Boj on this one, and it goes by the name Culture. For me, this is without a doubt one of the biggest tunes of the year. There is something so explosive, so electrifying, and so cool about the way this tune sounds. Very much diving into the kind of alte spectrum that we're seeing a lot, very much moving into this more sort of international Afrobeat sound, and it's really, really cool to see just how many people are taking to this one. I did actually have the pleasure of seeing Eni last Friday. She was live at the Brighton Dome as part of the Great Escape Festival. I went down there to see her, Gabriel's and Thames. Crazy show, and Eni showed just why she is one of the most, she's one of my favourite rappers in the UK without a shadow of a doubt, but she showed why at that show, why she is picking up so much steam. Her stage presence was amazing, and it was also really, really cool just to see how she interacted with the crowd as well, honestly. And when they did a live version of this one, obviously Boj couldn't be there. I don't think he's in the country at the moment, but this was a really cool thing to hear done live. It sounded fantastic. Following on from this as well, we're going to be getting into the sounds of some Taiki, but this is the Adekunle Gold version of Dodo, one of the biggest tunes in France right now. Adekunle Gold turned up at a radio station in France, freestyled over the instrumental, and next thing you know, he's done the official remix, which I absolutely love. I love it when things like that happen, and you're able to kind of build storylines of things that happen live. It's a really, really cool thing to be able to see. As always, friends, at KXVU, at Trickstar Radio on those socials, do feel free to get involved. We are live inside the building till 10. Today we are running an AFROBEATS and AMAPIANO special on The Breakfast Show because I've been taking in so much of this sound over the last 6 months or so during the time we haven't had a studio space that I'm so keen to play it all for you today. Keep it locked and don't go anywhere, people. This next one, the sounds of Boj alongside Any. It goes by the name Culture. Let's get into it right about now. Let's go. Adekunle Gold on that one of the sweetest vocals out there. That one, Dodo, his version from Taiki originally. Loving the kind of French collaboration on that one, sounding very, very smooth indeed. Before that, we heard the sounds of Any with Culture alongside Boj. Fantastic tunes, man. This is what today's all about, exploring the freshest flavour, and this kind of section here is something I'm absolutely loving. We're going to get into one of my favourite releases of last year next, who comes from an artist who I've got so much time for, been so consistent. Her album is on the way. I think it's out at the end of this month, which I'm absolutely buzzing for, and that is, of course, Simi. She's doing absolute bits right now. A wicked run of releases she's currently on, really diving into some cool collaborative material more than anything else, but she has announced that there is no previously heard material on her upcoming album, which is both a good thing and a shame, I feel. This tune goes by the name Woman, and for me, this was easily one of the biggest releases of last year. It's so explosive, so kind of enjoyable the way it comes together. Really nice kind of traditional drum work on this one, and just the overall vibe, very uplifting and very empowering indeed. Really, really cool sounding tune. Following on from this, we're going to get into the sounds of Durum, which comes to us from Davido and Peruzzi on the feature. The track goes by the name Wait, and this is a wicked link-up as well, man. Again, Davido and Peruzzi are two artists that have been killing it for years. Peruzzi not necessarily getting as much kind of international acclaim as I feel he'd honestly deserve, but they've both linked up with Duru, who's a newer artist, and this one goes by the name Wait. So there we go. As always, friends, it's an absolute pleasure being back inside the building today, exploring the best of Afrobeats and Amapiano. We've been exploring this extensively over on the YouTube channel. That is, of course, youtube.com/CubCamTV. Regular uploads on there each and every day, including all the footage from this show. That's where all the footage goes. We have got loads of cameras inside the studio, so if you want to watch anything back and kind of get the expressions and the live reaction, that's the best place to do it. As always, at KXVU, at Trickstar Radio on the socials. Right then, let's jump into the sounds of this one. It comes to us from Simi. It's an absolute banger, and I cannot wait to get into it. It goes by the name Woman. Let's go.
The South Coast's biggest underground music station, Trickstar Radio.
What a drop this one is. Basket Mouth, Johnny Drill, Simi and M.I. Abega off of Basket Mouth's brand new album Project. Incredible stuff. Go and check out the full release. Some incredible collaborations on there, and in general, just the quality level of that project is so high. Now for this hour, we're going to continue looking through Afrobeat and Amapiano flavour, but we're going to be looking through some of the newest releases over the course of this hour, including this next one. A huge link up here, the sounds of DJ Spinel, who we did have the pleasure of interviewing on the show last year. He is joined by the one and only Asake, who for me is without a doubt one of the most exciting new artists to emerge in this sound over the last couple of years. Incredibly vibrant vocal performance on this one. It goes by the name Palazzo. This is obviously following on from the Sungba remix, and of course Omar Ope. We're going to be getting into one of those a little bit later on. I'm sure you can guess which one. Following on from that as well, we've got some l.a.x. in the bag alongside A-Star. They've got a wicked vocal collaboration that goes by the name Options. And we're also going to get into the sounds of some more DJ tunes, who is joined by Rexy and Mobad on MMM, Make More Money. Or depending on how you want to pronounce it. I'm sure it's entirely up to you. But it is non-stop bangers here this morning on The Breakfast Show. Do keep it locked and don't go anywhere. As I said before, this one sounding very fresh indeed.
This one's fresh out the oven.
Flavours all the way through there, and the sounds of DJ Tunes alongside Rexy and Mobad on that one. Goes by the name Make More Money. What a banger it is. And we've got non-stop bangers all the way through, people. That's what it's all about today, and I'm so excited to continue jumping into them. This next one, another brand new one we do need to discuss. It goes by the name Overdose, and it is an absolute corker of a tune, featuring the Mavens All-Stars. So you've got Crayon, you've got Aerostar, Ladipo, Magix, and Boy Spice. Now, we need to discuss this tune very briefly because Don Jazzy, who heads up Maven, has done an absolute madness on this one. What he's done with Maven as a general kind of outlet in regards to the artists he's brought in, the artists he's supported over the years, the artists he's given a platform to, is so you've got to take your hat off to it. It's so exciting to actually look back over the catalogue and, of course, the roster that has been built off this fabulous imprint. But again, this tune is just a kind of celebration of both the versatility and the dynamism of the different artists involved on the platform. Again, for this one, Crayon opens it up, absolutely kills it. Aerostar turns up and does what she does best. Instantaneous impact, the quick switch up into what Ladipo's up to, then the sounds of Magix, and of course the new signing Boy Spice, all doing absolute bits. A fantastic way to kickstart the morning. Following on from that, we're going to get into some Ricardo Banks, who is joined by Fireboy DML on the Azumba Umbadewe remix, a very important tune, that one. And then following that, we're going to get into some Peruzzi, who is joined by Aceberg TGM for Ready, a huge tune, that one, varying a little bit more towards the dancehall sound, but definitely a banger nonetheless, and we're going to get into these ones right about now. So let's jump into them. We're live on the Big Bad Trickstar Radio this morning. Sounds of Peruzzi and Aceberg TM, a huge tune, that one, that goes by the name Ready. Wicked stuff here on the Big Bad Trickstar Radio this morning. I hope everyone is enjoying the show. I hope everyone is enjoying the flavours and the international vibes today. That's what I am here to do today. Literally explore international music, primarily looking at Afrobeats and AMAPIANO music. Now, we're going to get into one of the biggest releases of the year next. It's from two artists we've already played music from today. That is, of course, Asake and Burna Boy. This one goes by the name Sungba. It's the official remix. And this is a tune that has been turning up dances up and down this country, up and down dances worldwide. It's crazy. The impact this tune is having. Asake is an absolute superstar in the making, and watching this kind of growth following on from the first EP and the first release has been so exciting to see. Actually, when I went up to the Diamond Platinum show up in London a few weeks ago, this was one of the tunes that really did catch people's attention in the crowd. People were jumping around to it like crazy. It's an absolute corker, and I cannot wait to jump into it, so we're going to do that right about now. We've also got some Simi on the way and some Niger also, so do keep it locked and don't go anywhere, people. We're live on Trickstar Radio this morning. Let's get into it right about now.
The best in underground and dance music. Trickstar Radio.
There we go then, the sounds of Niger on that one with No Worry. Very lively tune, full of good flavour and good energy, and that is what today is all about. We also heard the sounds of Simi featuring Joe Boy with So Bad. Again, another big tune that is not going to be on Simi's album, which is so surprising. She's had so many releases out over the last kind of 18 months, none of which are going to be featured on the new project. Crazy. However, we have got more bangers to get into today, and we have got an absolute crazy level of quality coming up next. This next one, the sounds of Adekunle Gold, the title track of Catch Me If You Can. It goes by the name Mercy. Well, it's not the title track, it was just the leading single off the project during the album campaign, but it is an absolute corker, and it's one of my favourite tracks off the project, so I'm very excited to jump into that. We've also got a legendary link-up, as it always is, Burna Boy and Wizkid with Ballon d'Or, their new single. Well, Nimish came out a couple of months ago, but it's still classed as a new single. And we've also got some Rexy alongside Say Vibes and DJ 4Curty with Wallet, a tune we were running on the breakfast show for a hot minute towards the beginning of the year. So there we go. Just coming up to 24 minutes to 10 here. Keep it locked and don't go anywhere. It's breakfast here on Trickstar Radio. Let's go. What a way to round off the show then. FKA Twigs joined by Rema on that one with Jealousy. And this next one will be the last one from us. Today has absolutely flown by. I've had such fun. It's been so enjoyable being back inside the Trickstar studio, as it always is. We have got our brand new location now in the heart of Brighton, the North Lanes. It's fantastic here, just underneath Format Coffee, which I've been told by Little Birdie is launching very, very soon. So you can grab yourself a nice cup from there. We are going to be getting into one more tune now when it comes to us from the one and only Burna Boy, his brand new single, the biggest release of last week. It goes by the name Last, and this is a tune that is doing absolute numbers worldwide. I thought this is the best way to round off today's show. I want to send a massive thank you to each and every one of you who has been joined in today, as always, at KXVU, at Trickstar Radio on those socials. We'll be back same time tomorrow morning. We've got two very special guest mixes on the way, the sounds of Clark and the sounds of Earth Nut on some futuristic UKG flavour. We are going to round off with this one though, so enjoy enjoy the rest of your Tuesday morning, your afternoon, and your evening, and we'll catch you same time tomorrow. That's 7 till 10 in the AM. Let's go.
Last. Now everybody go to breakfast.
This is Breakfast with KXVU, bringing you their morning flavors on Trickstar Radio.
Trickstar Radio.